Hola friends, welcome back to Tu Casa de Papel. In this video, I will teach you step by step how I made this cute needle book. It is extra special as it also doubles as a creative art journal to write down your measurements, to draw your designs, and to keepsake fabric remnants left from your projects. Let's get started. I am using a quilted fabric piece for the cover, which measures 13.5 by 7 inches, and we are going to decorate it with this beautiful embroidered linen of a quinceañera dress, which is perfect for the theme I am going for. I am gluing it down to the entire front cover with Fabri-Tac glue, then turning it over to trim the excess on all sides. We want to leave a little more than half of an inch of excess fabric around all sides of the cover, then cut each corner at an angle to make the folding process much neater. Then glue each side down, starting with the top and bottom flaps, then moving to the left and right flaps. Very simple covering method. For this book, I want to add a ribbon closure, one on the center of the left side of the book cover and one on the center of the right side of the book cover. Really just eyeballing it here and closing the cover to make sure the ribbons line up. I always love to do fabric collage work on the back. This is where all of your fabric scraps are finally played with. I glued down this delicate pink scrap and collaged on top of it a beautiful embroidered floral trim, followed by a dainty embroidered lace trim, and here I'm adding a pop of blue to finalize my decoration. I suggest opening your cover to make sure each element flows with the other. Here I am adding some final touches to this embroidered quinceañera that needed her gown to be complete with a big bow and a flower. On the inside of our cover, it can be lined with patterned scrapbook paper. In this case, I chose a neutral fabric with a small floral pattern and glued it all down. So here I am gluing down thick fabric pieces to make 4 pockets. You can reinforce everything you glued down by sewing the edges, but as long as you use a strong fabric glue, that's enough to move to the next step. Here are my 4 pockets that now hold a cute gold pair of scissors, vintage pink seam binding, quinceañera tags for inspiration, and vintage fasteners. Let's start putting together the papers that will make up the creative journaling section of our needlebook. I'm using this beautiful kit by S.A. Slow Art Etsy shop, which I linked in the description below. I chose this kit because they are high quality photographs of real collaged fabric journal covers. I'm combining those beautiful printables with my more neutral colored printable journal kits, as well as vintage fashion ephemera, linen cream paper, and vintage embroidery ephemera. If you'd like to use the same kits, they are available in my Etsy shop, which I also linked below. I'm using embroidered thoughts, journal papers kit, and vintage floral writing papers kit, which have the perfect balance of vintage decorative elements and writing space. Space to jot down your measurements, draw down some designs, and use it as a journal with a sewing theme. Let's start folding our papers and trimming them to fit inside our book cover. I did not do any specific measurements. Each page is different from the other to add some interactive interest. And I ripped off the excess to give each page a little bit more rough texture and add that vintage look and feel. On some papers, instead of trimming the excess, I folded them to create a pocket. perfect to tuck in ephemera, photos, or receipts of everyday life things. And you can decorate your pocket with your paper scraps. This is how the rest of my pages turned out, and we will be decorating them towards the end. For now, we can start creating the fabric pages. These will hold the needles and the pretty fabrics that will inspire your upcoming projects. You will need 2 quilted pieces that measure 11 by 6.5 inches each. Here you can start using your favorite fabrics to decorate your quilt. I glued the entire piece down and then trimmed the excess with pinking shears. On the other side of this quilt piece, I am gluing down a remnant from an embroidered linen. I collaged it with a blue fabric remnant and a leftover lace trim and brought it all together with this cute pink floral trim. On our second quilt, I am leaving one side bare and the other side I'm gluing down this floral cotton fabric and trimming it down. Once the glue dries, you can leave it as is or take it to your sewing machine as I am. And then start adding any final decorative touches, some lace or small pieces that will motivate you to use your journal, such as buttons. I sewed a butterfly, floral, and circle button that represent the colors in my journal. In these fabric pages, you can also create tuck spots to give your book more functionality, to hold your projects and your memories. I'm gluing this floral trim to hide the thread of the buttons that I had sewn on the other side of this quilt. And in the center, I pinned 3 different sized embroidery needles for your projects. This is a darling applique of a cute little flower with butterfly wings. And here I am pinning some fabric scraps that were left over from the making of this journal, held in place with a sweet vintage pearl pin needle. That way you can easily move these around and use them to decorate your projects and your journal pages. See the binding of this book and how I decorated the pages, please watch part 2 of this video, which is now uploaded on my channel. Don't forget to like and comment. Let me know if you like these type of tutorial videos. These are super easy and simple techniques, and there's more decorative ideas for your own paper crafts in part 2 of this video. See you there.